Gregory Keene continues with another chapter of Deadly Nightshade. My right-hand man, Tom Cutts, has found himself a job. An hour ago, he was invited to join the ranks of the NightShade ring as a strong-arm man by Mike Guzik, the first lieutenant. Our arrangements are working smoothly. I'm in a police car with Henry Murray, the inspector. But it's one of those police cars without the tall aerial at the back. We're driving slowly along University Street to keep an appointment. Cutts was waiting for us about 50 yards back. And at a given signal, we picked him up. Well, Cutts, how does it feel to be a Nightshade hoodlum?
They're a nasty bunch, Major. Nastier pieces of work you won't find anywhere.
And what do you know up to date?
They've got the gambling game sewn up. All they have to do now is collect. Now they're moving in on the taxi men.
Yeah, you were right, Murray.
It's the protection racket like they work it in the States. And they're ready to do anything to get it going.
Is Huberman running the show personally?
No, it's Mike Guzik's show. Guzik and 2 others are on the job tonight. I tried to get taken along, but I think my job's going to be just collecting till they're sure. Thinner.
What do you know about their method?
There's nothing subtle about it, Major. Huberman's given them information about every man in Sydney who owns all or part of his own cab.
How come?
Well, when you go for a cab license, you have to fill in forms. Huberman's got himself copies somehow and passed them on to Guzik. When Guzik goes to tackle a new cabbie, he looks his file over first from the number of the taxi plate.
As I said once before, Huberman has a polished technique.
Wait till you hear it, Major. Guzik and whoever he has with him on the job hail the cab in a dark street, then jump in the back quickly. One of them shoves a gun against the driver's neck and tells him not to turn around. Then they tell him what he's up against. They know who's got a family and who hasn't. The blokes with families come off worst.
Don't tell me that's the club they swing at them.
On top of ordinary beatings and burning the cabs. I only started last night.
They take to a man's wife and kids for protection money.
£1 a week from each one, sir.
Well, it's not surprising the racket works. How many cabs in Sydney, Murray?
Total 2,000.
£1 a week from each of them would net them, something like 100,000 a year.
That's why they pay me £20 a week for doing nothing.
Give them time. When do you have to report to Guzik again?
Ferguson Street, tomorrow afternoon.
And there's been no mention up to date of Huberman or Carlotta Mignani?
I put out a bit of a feeler, Major, and Guzik chopped it off double quick.
You know, they have to be stopped, Murray. If they take over the taxi men, then the next lot of victims and the next, sooner or later, they'll be too big to handle. They'll have so much money to play with and so many thugs at their command, you'll never break them up. Now, look, Cutts. We'll drop you off around here somewhere, and I want you to get back to their club or whatever they call it. Don't ask any questions, just listen. I want something to connect Guzik with Huberman by the time that drug shipment comes in, and I want you to watch for hints on that.
Yes, sir.
You've got your Aggie, haven't you?
Right under me left arm, Major. Close and snug.
Well, for Pete's sake, be careful. If they'll go after a man's wife for £1, what wouldn't they do to an informer?
If they start anything on me, Major, it'll be a pleasure. That Mike Guzik, he doesn't do this for money. He likes it. He likes it when someone makes trouble just for the fun of bashing him about. One day he'll get some fun.
Well, just keep it in mind, Cutts. We can pull the thugs in any time. We know who they are and where they hang out. But what we want is the big fish, Huberman and Carlotta. Well, roundabout here should do, Murray. Just past the lights.
Get round the corner.
We'll pick you up again round about 3, Cutts, at the place.
Right you are, Major.
Good hunting, old chap. Keep your fingers crossed.
Okay, Tony, in the back, quick.
Where to, Digger?
Just around the first corner into the alley, Mr. Williams, then stop.
Hey, what is this?
This thing in the back of your neck, Mr. Williams, she's a little colt woodsman. Small bore, high what you call muscle velocity. Round the corner into the alley.
Hold up, eh?
Yeah, you're getting us wrong there, Tony. You're moving, Mr. Williams, then you can talk. Or maybe you'd like a slug. This little coach, he hits so hard, I'm letting go and you don't have a head anymore.
Okay.
Nice and quiet and don't turn around. Just looking straight ahead.
One of you two tell me what's going on.
Sure, we tell you. In the alley. This is far enough. You're stopping, turning off the lights, turning off engine. Lights, Mr. Williams. You got a nice, shiny new cab, Mr. Williams. Nice and shiny and nearly all paid for. You like your work, huh?
I've got 7 quid and some silver in the cab. If you want it, say so. But get that gun out of my neck.
He talks like a good boy, huh, Tony? Listen, mister. We don't want to take your money. We got something to sell.
I've got all I want.
No wife, no kids. Just a shiny new cab. You're making maybe £30 a week. You pay the Bendigo Finance Company £50 a month till she's all yours. You're going to pay my boys just 1 little pound every week from now on. Like a good boy, huh?
Oh, yeah? For what?
You're taking out some new insurance. For £1 every week, Mr. Williams, my boys take care of you. They see nothing doesn't happen to you.
I take care of myself.
Like now? You got insurance to take care of you now?
Nobody stands over me, Digger. If you want your quid a week, just try and collect it.
It's too bad, Tony. Mr. Williams is going to be stubborn. Looks like we're having to take care of him.
Yeah.
You're getting out.
Now look, you can get away with this now. There are the 2 of you. But you won't get away with it for long.
Get out. You're a bright boy. This don't have to happen. We're showing you what you pay insurance for. Just a little, Mr. Williams. Next time we see you, you don't pay, it's worse. If we go to the cops and talk, it's a lot worse.
I'm telling you now, if you want me to keep quiet about this, you better let fly with that thing and get it over. No one stands over me. I don't care how tough they talk.
But we don't talk no more this time. Take him, Tony. You got a lesson to learn starting here. Too bad we're having to teach you.
Hello, Carlotta.
You are late, Felix.
I just come from Gusick. He's still in town at Gregerson Street.
How is he faring with the cabmen?
Tonight he approached 5 of them. The word spreading quickly. 4 of them saw reason, signed up, as it were. They were all family men. The 5th was a young chap with more nerve than sense. Gusick says he'll live.
Mm-hmm. The rougher Gusick has to treat them at first, the better. It will encourage the others. Did Gusick have the new men with him?
Fenner? No, not tonight.
This hasty recruiting of new men, Felix, I am not sure I like it.
Why not?
We cannot operate in secret all the time. Sooner or later, people will be aware of the NightShade ring. And when that time comes, it will be possible to get a police spy among us, if we are not sure of our men, as we have been before.
The DB camps are drying up. We can't get all our squads from Europe.
But we can take a longer look at new material before we bring it into the ring.
Look, this man Fenner's all right. I saw the yard file on him myself. He's the ideal type. He's graduated in a good school.
Inspector Murray showed you the file?
You know perfectly well.
While you are above suspicion, it puts us in a very strong position. You have police information available and you can use it. But it is a sort that could turn in our hands, Felix.
I'm sorry, you're over my head.
If they learn the truth about you but conceal their knowledge, they could give you false information and wait for you to act on it.
If you're trying to tell me the Scotland Yard file on Fenner was fake, that Henry Murray knows you and me are behind the NightShade ring, you're crazy.
Well, it was only a possibility it seemed we should take into account.
When that possibility becomes a fact, Carlotta, my dear, that'll be the time for us to pack up and run. Now look at the clock. It's late and our machinery is running without a flaw. Let's drink some Drambuie and forget our affairs for now, eh? I'm not yet accustomed to the thought that Gregory Keane and MI5 are things of the past. We should be enjoying ourselves more. We can afford to. We're well on the way to our first million.
So that's the report on tonight, Sherry. They're picking cuts up again about 3. I could have stayed with Murray at Phillip Street, but I've never cared much for the police station atmosphere of despair. Wait for it. Keane here. Yes, Murray. What, tonight? Oh, good Lord. All right, I'll be waiting for you at the entrance to the garage ramp. I'm going to the Prince Philip Hospital, Sherry. The NightShade gang are at it again, only this time they picked the wrong man. He's a taxi driver called Williams and is badly knocked about. But he's the man we've been waiting for. He's nerve enough left to talk. I'm on my way to the hospital, and I think I'm on my way to the turning of the tide in this affair. In 12 days, I managed to uncover this criminal conspiracy. For 3 days, I've been on the sidelines. But I'm coming back into the game, and who knows? Perhaps in the next 12 days, I'll destroy the NightShade ring, because they represent something that must never be allowed to live.
What does Keene learn from Williams at the hospital? Listen to the next chapter of this story of intrigue, Deadly NightShade.